Good morning, everyone. I must admit, today is one of those days where my brain's just fluttering off in every direction and can't seem to focus. So we're going to do a nice, simple card. But first, I wanted to share with you some happy mail that I got from Pink and Maine. The first thing I got was these sequins. Aren't those gorgeous? And I know just what I'm going to do with them. I'm going to pair them with this stamp set, which I just love. And this one is called Snow Pals. Isn't that adorable? And I also got the Snow Pals cutting dies with it, so I'll be able to cut them out quite easily, which makes my life easier because I hate fussy cutting, I'll admit it. And I also got the sparkle stencil. Now this was all one bundle, which I just love because it'll all go together to make some awesome cards. So that was great happy mail. Now I wanted to mention, when you get stuff in a package, like this stuff came in this bag, keep the bag. That's awesome paper to use. Come on, guys. Perfect Halloween paper or Christmas paper, or birthday paper or Father's Day paper, you know? Never ever dispose of something until you're sure that you can't use it. Now today we are going to make an A2 size card, and it's going to be quite simple. We are going to use October's Cozy Toes slipper dies from Spellbinders. And here, these papers came from an old Stamps of Life paper pad I had. I'm trying to use up some stuff. So this here was created, I'm going to move this over, okay, with all of these pieces. And if you want to see how it is done, I am more than willing to do one on camera to show you. Okay? It seems like a lot of pieces, but when you get started, it's not many at all. Okay? There's the piece I'm missing right there. So let me show you with one of these slippers. This pajama leg cut twice. This ankle cut twice. Face and face, and you can see quite simply goes in there, right? And there we go. There's the face to your penguin. Then you take this, and people were asking me, and I was trying to figure out what in the world this piece here was. Right here, this piece with the bump. And the answer is, when you're doing some of the other dies that come in the set, like the bunny or the reindeer or Santa Claus, their faces have eyes, right? So to make it easy, you cut this out and glue it behind here, and it is the background to their eyes. And this piece here, whoops, let me see if I can angle that a bit more. This piece right here is this piece on our slipper. I'll bring it up closer so you can see. It is this piece right there on our slipper, just the bottom piece. Then we have this piece, which cuts out 3 items, and right there is our penguin's beak. We have, of course, our slipper and our stocking, like piece to the slipper, this piece here, and then the top, making it very easy to line it all up. Here is our earmuffs, our muffs. And here is the piece that goes on top, if you'd like to layer them over. So really simple paper piecing gets you this. Okay, so that is where our character is coming from today, our penguin. And once again, that was the Cozy Toe Slippers. And what I'm going to do is move those over there. So now we have our two pajama legs with our slippers. And then I took the non-3D folder, and I went ahead and I used it on our background that is going to be attached to our card, of course. So you'll be able to see it really nice there. So that one again is a Spellbinders, and it's from October. It is not the 3D one. Let me see if I have its little package right handy here. I have stuff from one end of the craft room to the other, as happens when creating happens. So there we go, right? Then I am going to attach my feet and use this stamp, an embellishment, for my sentiment. Hope your day is full of cozy toes and warm wishes. I think that's absolutely perfect. And that was the Spellbinders Letterpress Hot Foil, I believe Fuzzy Feelings, and I think it was the freebie if you get the whole kit and caboodle. So let's get moving here. I'm going to confess, the other day I was making cards like a system, you know, and a couple of them I forgot to check. So check and make sure your opening is the right way, okay guys? I know. Anybody with any kind of skill at card making knows that. But for some reason, the last couple of days have just not been focus days. So this paper is kind of a shiny blue metallic paper. I have no idea where it came from. I just know it's been around for a while and it's time to stop hoarding it and start using it. So that is what we are going to do. And anything shiny at Christmas works for me. So there we go. We've got that down. And I'm just going to grab my bone folder here and just make sure to go over each edge, just to be sure that it's really down because of the embossing, right? There we go. Now I'm going to grab my glue gun here, and we are going to get started in putting our legs onto our card. Now remember guys, it might be this long, but you don't have to include the whole leg. Take it up over the top. Have some fun with it. With this one, I'm going to take them up over the top and cross them over each other, just like so. So it'll look like they're sitting there with their legs crossed. So let's do that. And when I use wet glue, I've been trying to use a piece of paper underneath just to make this a little easier cleanup. Less cleanup time, more fun time. And I'm using a wet glue and not my tape runner because I want to be sure that it sticks really well to that embossing. I could have used either side of this paper, but the person getting this happens to love love, love the color pink. So we're going with it. Not the normal color for Christmas, but enough to make them happy. Alrighty, so right here, I have an advantage on this card, and that is with the folder, there's these lines. I'll show you in a second. This line here, and I'm kind of using it to line up my pajama leg and get it a little bit straight. So there's one foot on, and now we'll do the other one. And then we're almost done. I'll show you something here in a sec. When I was gluing the ankle on, it did not want to stay together, and I did not want to sit and hold, so I used a piece of tape to hold it together till it dried. So now, like I said, we are going to do a cross leg. I think I will bring it down. No, it would be up. Up, 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 up. Just a bit. Just kind of like so, so that her legs are crossed. And I'll show you here in 1 second how that looks. And don't be afraid. I mean, it's paper. Trim it off. If you go over the top, trim very carefully from the back. And it will be fine, I promise. If you're just starting out with your cards, and you've got that, oh, I can't, you know, it has to line up at the top and everything. No, it doesn't. Trim it off. It's paper. Don't be afraid. The worst that can happen is you turn out not liking it, and you save parts of it, and you make a new card. So we've gotten there. And now I am going to take this and grab a darker pink. Since they really like the pink, we're going to play up to that. And I'm going to use bright pink shades in the Spectrum Noir Tri-Blend on the light end. And what I do is I just hold this and go right along the top. The sides and the bottom. Just kind of giving it a little bit of a highlight. My hands are shaky today. You know, I used to laugh at my mom. She'd say to me, oh, it's terrible trying to knit today. My hands are shaky, or it's hard to paint today. And I used to laugh at her, and now I'm reaching that age and I understand what she meant. You know, when you don't live near your parents, you don't realize how age affects them until it happens to you. And there we go. In a matter of seconds, I have that ready to stand out against my card. And, oh, is that one too big? I have 3D tape here, which I am going to use on the back. What I do when it's too thick is I just cut it straight in half. And yes, my scissors get really sticky, but over time they'll dry out. Now the other option I had to use with my sentiment was to go ahead, and to, there we go, use some glossy accents on it. I could have used that on the front and made it like a bubble sticker, I call them. I don't know. You know those stickers you buy that have the plastic and they look 3D. I keep saying plastic, but that's not the right word. And I think that I will put that, oh, I could go side on. Some days it's really hard to decide what I want to do. All right. But I think that I want to put it right there like that. I'm trying to make it a little different, a little more fun. So what I am going to do is grab my glue. And I always do this. You might call it overkill, but I like to make sure to put a little extra glue on the back, especially over top of 3D paper. There, now it's there. It helps to take up some of that big space in the corner, and it doesn't detract from the faces of the card. So there we go. Nice and simple card to go with some of the others that I have made. So today's creation and a little bit ago. This one, of course, was our Pink and Main card. This one was a combination of Spellbinders, some paper I had on hand, and the wax stamp. And then this one. So there we go. There are 4 cards we have made using Pink and Main, using Spellbinders, and then a combination of them. Christmas cards should be fun. They can be traditional colors, they can be scenes, they can be different colors in scenes, they can be simple and basic. It's all in how you want to make it. So remember, have fun creating, and we'll talk again soon. Bye.